All right, so we are ready for park number 2. We did Epcot. I will let you know, got a little late at Epcot. Had a little too much sauce at Epcot. Never made it over to the second park. But we are in Magic Kingdom now on the first day of the Christmas parties. So they're actually coming down and they're singing and everything like that. I will say in Epcot, the main winner was the Future World area. So the Future World area was your best place to remote work. I would have to say it's kind of a tie between Figment and Test Track. So that's where I'm feeling. But yeah, you'll see, again, kind of weird. They're coming down, singing down the street. So Epcot, I think, is the easiest of the work from park locations. We're gonna find some places in Magic Kingdom, in Hollywood Studios and all that. But yeah, there's nothing great in the back of Epcot unless you're using your cellular data. They really haven't built out the Wi-Fi that strong in the World Showcase part of Epcot. So we're headed into Magic Kingdom. I do have a reservation to ride Tron, but then after that, we're going to go ahead and we are going to find some places that you can work from here. So I'm taking a walk to Tron, and I'll let you enjoy this for just a moment. We'll turn it over. Let's talk about our first remote work spot at Magic Kingdom. This one's not going to be for everyone. You're not going to take a Zoom call here. But there's a bunch of benches right outside of Tron. Do be aware that on Tron, if you are carrying a laptop with you, you do have to actually put it in a locker. And the lockers will fit 16-inch MacBook Pros. I've got a 13-inch MacBook Air with me today. It'll fit 16-inch MacBook Pros, but if you got something chunkier or bigger than that, this could be a ride you're going to have to skip. But yeah, they have a lot of benches and stuff here. You can hear the background music. You can hear there is about every 30 seconds a roller coaster that comes by. But there are, oh, there we go. There are a lot of, there we go, benches in the area and things like that. But you can kind of hear a roller coaster going by. But as long as it's a reasonably cool day, it's November now. It's 85, but it's still a reasonably cool day for Florida at least. It's a good idea. You see, there's all these little benches. They are being used a lot by child swaps and people waiting for their ride times to come and things like that, but there were a few available. I'm sure we're going to find some better options than this, but I just want to show this kind of as an option if you got to check in some emails and stuff like that. Maybe, you know, you're working a remote chat or any of those things. Might be good options. We haven't found a great place for like a Zoom call yet, but the day is early. We'll see where we get. Well, next up we go on my favorite ride in all the parks. My favorite ride inside the park. My favorite ride outside the park is actually the Skyliner. This is the Tomorrowland Transit Authority. Usually does not get a line longer than the actual ride itself. It's about a 10-12 minute ride. Love it, love it, love it, love it. But the question is it good for remote work? I'm going to pop up my laptop on board everywhere but in the dark areas. And we'll see how the Wi-Fi speed and stuff keeps up. This could be good. Again, you're not going to want to take a Zoom call from here, but this could be good to jump on your laptop, get a little bit done. But you see, right there, very simple. Kind of a little mobile office. Sort of reminds me like when I work on my truck. Once we get moving, I'll show you what's going on. All right, so we have a front train, which is a good thing. We're in front of everyone else, and I think the question is whether or not there's actually good connectivity on this ride. And we're about to find out. Here we go. I've grabbed my laptop out. Whoa.
This is the TTA Blue Line.
We are moving around quite a bit. Disney guest is not being super stable here, so this might not be a good time to actually use Wi-Fi.
Welcome aboard the People Mover.
I guess the question is, how good is the cellular here?
Your guide aboard this highway in the sky. The absolute best way.
So we'll see how the cellular connection is here. This is on T-Mobile.
Lots to see. From spacecraft to monster labs. There's really nothing.
The cell connection's great here. And what? Oh my God. The cell connection is amazing here. This is 5G. What the hell? Is this Tomorrowland? Or is this Tomorrowland? Look at that download speed. Good God, I can't say I've seen a download speed like that outside of like very specific areas of New York City. Now I can actually connect here maybe. Yeah, the laptop on Wi-Fi is a bit sketchy. A bit sketchy. But there are these dark areas where you wouldn't really want to get your remote work done. So be aware of that. But this is my favorite ride on all of Disney property, so I can't really hate it at all. Plus, you know, I'm in a front car, and look, there's the every person comes out trash. Or experimental prototype community of tomorrow. That first park that we were in. Yeah, I mean, realistically, that's probably some of the best cell phone speeds I've ever seen. And yeah, if you've got tethering, you can tether that cell phone speed to your laptop. But my God, 300 meg cell phone speed? Well, that's kind of unheard of. I guess we are in Tomorrowland, at least for that. Let's see if we can find some place. Again, I'm still looking for some place to take like a Zoom call. This ain't it, dog. This here might be one of the few times that I can actually remote work in Space Mountain because I think it's broken. I just got out of line for Space Mountain because it wasn't working. And let's see. Maybe we'll be able to see Space Mountain. We will be able to see Space Mountain in the light. Yes. So this is a pretty cool visual that you never get to see. That is Space Mountain in the light. And when we come around the next turn, you're going to really see it in the light. But these are all the work lights that are on. I was just in line for Space Mountain and they kicked us out and shut it down. So when we go around this corner, you're actually going to see all the lights on, which is kind of a cool function. This is the exit
retreat in the galaxy.
For Space Mountain. But we should be able to see when we turn this corner, kind of unique, is we'll be able to actually see Space Mountain with the lights on. When we get outside, I want to show you a gadget that I have that's kind of useful. But yeah, this is actually going to be pretty cool because this is something you don't normally get to see. This is what Space Mountain actually looks like. It's just a barren, empty building. Who would have thought? It's a bunch of empty space. But we're gonna get moving. Oh, can't see much yet because we're just seeing the dome. There we go. That is what the inside of Space Mountain actually looks like. It looks like they did get everyone evacuated, but this is a cool way to see, hey, even when Space Mountain's down, this goes through here. So it's a nice way to see the inside of Space Mountain without actually getting stuck on Space Mountain. Now, for a lot of this video so far, I've shown you a lot of the speed test and stuff on my phone. And I want to talk, my phone is a thick boy. This is actually an iPhone 15 Pro Max, but it has a case on it that triples the battery. So you don't have to plug it in if you're using it all day. Apple says these things have all-day battery life. I think that's a complete and utter lie. But this is a case from a company called Zero Lemon. and I didn't really get to charge it all last night, but this will get you going, and they make them for every major phone. So if you have the newest Samsung phone, the newest iPhone, the newest Pixel, you can buy this for all of your phones. Yes, it could knock out a small child, could be classified as a weapon in some places, but that is a thick boy phone case, but it'll keep your phone actually at 100% all day, no matter how hard you use it. But yeah, I really do love this ride. It's my favorite ride in all of Disney. It's cool, it's relaxing, and yeah, you can, I'll try the laptop once more. You can actually just kind of set, if you're here alone or you're just two people, you can set it up, and we can just try it with hotspot. Remember that 300 meg connection? I apologize for my dirty screen, but with that 300 meg connection, we should be able to get quite a good speed here. Come on.
The next station is Walt Disney's Carousel of
Sorry for the
Progress.
ads.
As usual.
We're not getting 300 megs.
Like progress itself, this theater never stops.
But, oh, there we
Inspiring
go.
new generations dream of a great big
That is a
tomorrow.
perfectly workable download speed. 300 and... My God, it gets even crazier. Maybe we are actually in the future. Who would have thought that Disney's outdated Tomorrowland would have half a gig cellular speeds? Half a gigabit, yeah. Half a gigabit connection cellular speeds in Epcot. Not Epcot, sorry. In Magic Kingdom, Tomorrowland. The original Epcot. So what have we learned so far? What have we learned so far in the Magic Kingdom? Well, we learned that Tomorrowland has the best cellular service I've seen outside of Times Square. But no real place to quietly remote work yet. So this is in Tomorrowland. It's rather early. It's still like 10:30. Let me see. Yeah, it's 10:32 in the morning. But this is Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. It's very quiet. Has a relatively neutral, if not slightly Chuck E. Cheese in nature background. I do not see any plugs here. That's what we were looking for the whole time. I do know where there are plugs in this park alone. So I will take you to those plugs. This is not like the old days of Innoventions and stuff where you could find plugs in Epcot. They actually have some really cool plugins here. But let's see, even though, I mean, we're in Tomorrowland, so we might as well use the cellular. But let's see how the Wi-Fi is. I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as that cellular was at 400 megs on my laptop. There's the cellular. Not bad. And that's cellular, that's the Wi-Fi, sorry. There's the Wi-Fi, not bad. You know, you can pop out a laptop, you can work from here. There's not much background noise here. Again, it's early. I guarantee you if you came here afternoon, meaning like in the afternoon or, afternoon, it would be a little bit more difficult to get quietness. But right now, there's quietness as far as you can throw yourself. There's no shows going on here. There's no music. There's just a little tiny background loop. And again, if you need to zoom, yeah, the back might look like you're in a Pizza Hut a little bit, but it's not bad. If you got to zoom here or something like that. This is our first, actual good remote working spot. We finished at, 83.6 down by 112 up. That'll work perfectly fine. I mean, it's nowhere near the cell phone speeds we were getting in the last place we're in, but that will work perfectly fine. So for Tomorrowland, your bet, if you need to do some remote work, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, and right when you come in, you've got this nice quiet corner here without any music or anything. Yeah, if you got kids and you're actually here on vacation and you don't want to remote work, there's a whole nother room here which has a random ass alien that sings music and leaks hydraulic fluid. His name is Sunny Eclipse. So yeah, his name is Sunny Eclipse. He sings music. He's a little louder, but there's good air conditioning. There's good Wi-Fi. Still haven't found plug outlets, but I do know where some are in this park. I mean, there's some right here, but they're a little sketchy to get to. But yeah, you don't want to be around this guy. There's some plug outlets if you desperately need them, right back there. But I don't think they want you anywhere near that guy, because he does leak hydraulic fluid, which is basically oil, from time to time. We are crossing from Tomorrowland over to Fantasyland, and we're gonna see if we can find a spot here. Because again, it's getting a little noisy. Maybe we can find a spot in Fantasyland. I think I have an idea. You'll see. So I haven't really come to you from any ride queues yet, but on the newer the ride is, the better the Wi-Fi is going to be inside the actual ride queue. So if you have something that's like made in the last 10 years, you're going to actually have a pretty great Wi-Fi connection. Now your cellular might fall off because of all this rock work and everything around, but as long as you're in a ride that's made in the last 10 years or so, they have put upgraded routers in here, and it is fast. Now if you do go on something quite a bit older, you won't be as fast, but if you need to download files, check emails, even run VPNs, it works perfectly fine in lines for pretty much any ride that's made in the last 10 years, and acceptable in the rest of the park. But if something's been made or renovated in the last 10 years, they've got good Wi-Fi. And why they've got good Wi-Fi is everything's so reliant on the app here that you've got to have good Wi-Fi to actually be functional at using the app and booking the lightning lanes and doing it all your own, because Disney's become kind of like the self-checkout at the grocery store. They expect you to do it all yourself now. Just saying. Alright, so we are directly behind the castle in Magic Kingdom, and this is my next place I'm going to recommend for doing remote work. It's called Pinocchio's Village House. If it's hospitable, they do have some outdoor seating, but let's go ahead and see if we can get inside real quick, see how the speed is and everything like that. So you enter this way, you can order. There is some indoor seating here, but the outdoor seating is probably where you're going to want to be at, as long as it's hospitable. I think that's the right word. Let's see how the Wi-Fi is. This might be a cellular spot as well, but they have indoor and outdoor seating, and just get a drink and you're good. Now let's just see how the speed is on the Wi-Fi here. It's kind of acting like it was at American Adventure the other day. Yeah, it's here, but it's not great. Now, why is that? Well, because this is a much older part of the park. If you remember, just a few minutes ago, we were talking about the Little Mermaid. It's kind of a brand new attraction, and being a brand new attraction, you know, proverbially, it's in this brand new expansion to Fantasyland. It's got a much better internet infrastructure that's in those buildings. Wi-Fi routers, cable runs, fiber runs. Yeah, they've run fiber for certain systems, but still, when you get over here, this is the older part of Fantasyland. But I do want to show you something useful. So let's look this way. We've got Peter Pan on the left, and we've got It's a Small World on the right. But the thing I want to show you that's useful is actually something I know about. It's actually, believe it or not, bathrooms. Now you might look at me like, hey Rich, you're crazy. Why are you about to show me bathrooms? I'm going to show you bathrooms because this is one of the few places I know across all the parks that actually has plugs. And not just some, but a lot of them. So let's say you have a laptop that doesn't charge. Oh, Peter Pan's hanging out here. Let's say you have a laptop that doesn't charge via USB-C. Now you need an actual plug. Hey, look, there's Peter Pan. Now you need an actual plug, or you need a USB because your battery packs are dead. They built a bathroom area. It's a rather new bathroom area. It's all outside. But I'm pretty sure they have plugs of some sort at this bathroom area. Again, I'm a battery pack donkey. I don't plug into random places because I don't. But I could swear that they built this whole area. I could swear they put some plugs here. I could be absolutely insane. No, I don't think I'm absolutely insane. I really don't think I'm absolutely insane. Look at this. Look at that. Inside the tree is actual American outlets. So let's say you gotta charge up your battery, you gotta charge up your phone. They have USB-A, not USB-C, but look, those are full 120 volt outlets. Yes, it is outdoors, but if you have a power adapter for your laptop, you gotta juice it up. Hopefully it's a quick charge power adapter. They've got multiple sets of these outlets out here, right by the bathroom. Also, since we're here, let's do a quick Wi-Fi test. As we are outside, it seems to prefer not being on Wi-Fi. But this is a newer area of the park. This is actually where they used to have the Sky Ride. It would end here, in one end of it. So let's just see if we can get this to connect real quick.
Sarah.
Speed test. So yeah, you've got the Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. You've got the Pinocchio Village House. And you've got over here at the bathrooms, it's more of an outside wear place for working. And yeah, the Wi-Fi doesn't really hold on here, but that covers your Tomorrowland and your Fantasyland. The next place we're headed is actually into Liberty Square. Now, I've got a fast pass for the Haunted Mansion, so I'm gonna go on that, and I'll see you right after. And I think we're gonna do an early lunch. Let's actually let's pull our laptop out and do what we've got to do. So let me jump in this lightning lane real quick for the Haunted Mansion, and I'll be back with you in a flash. So it's 11:30 and it's actually lunchtime, and there's two lunch places I can recommend in the Magic Kingdom. One of them is the Skipper Canteen, which we are not going to do today, and the other is the Liberty Tree Tavern. Now, Skipper Canteen is not all you can eat. Liberty Tree Tavern is. So I'm gonna try and get in front of the parade. They got a parade at noon. Just trying to get to my Liberty Tree. Just trying to get to my Liberty Tree. Oh. Oh, don't put up ropes. She said don't go under ropes. I said, so this is all you care to enjoy. Liberty Tree Tavern right here. Again, on the other side, it's actually called the Skipper Canteen. Sorry, the Skipper Canteen Navigation Company. I'm going to go on my app. I'm going to check in, show you some of the food and stuff like that, as well as a lot of noise there from the boat. That one's going to be hard to explain on your Zoom call. Just saying. Let me just check in real quick, and I'll get back to you once inside. All right, and for the remote work crowd for $42, you're not going to really miss this. Yeah, I mean, you've got unlimited salad, you've got turkey, pork, pot roast, cranberries. Oh my God, the gravy, mac and cheese, rolls, and yes, in the Magic Kingdom, you can actually get alcohol at sit-down restaurants. Look at that feast. Yeah, buddy. Dig in. I'm not gonna lie, if you want to experience Thanksgiving year-round, this is the place. Yeah, you can get as much as you want. Saw before mac and cheese, all the different meats, a salad for some reason. I'll tell you right now, the Wi-Fi here, this is probably just a standard weird case. It is working, but it is not working at the same time. It's connected, but nothing is coming. So I'm gonna call that an isolated incident. I think what's weird, I think my phone is working. Let me see if the phone is working. My laptop's just having some stupid meltdowns. Yeah. Perfectly acceptable, perfectly quiet, no loud music, anything like that. Again, unlimited soft drinks, but you can buy alcohol. So it's one of the few places in the Magic Kingdom you buy alcohol. And right on the other side of that frosted glass, we're right next to the Hall of Presidents. Kind of the place to sleep if you want to take a nap. But today we can't take a nap, so we got to make it over to Hollywood Studios as well. So we're going to look for one more place to kind of remote work, maybe two more. We'll go between Adventureland and Frontierland. I think I have an idea of a place that's kind of halfway between the two. And then we'll head over to Hollywood Studios. I think we found places in every area to kind of get stuff done, and a place with a plug, which happens to be outside. But plenty of plugs available all the time for anybody who may need them to charge up their things that don't charge over USB that you need for work. If you only had smell-o-vision, I'm getting some work done, and I'm having ooey gooey cough toffee cake with ice cream. And that smells good. Wow, I'll say that lunch was fantastic. Gave me an hour to get some work done on the computer again. The Wi-Fi was sketchy here, but I connected to my phone and did a hotspot. So you might have to do that from time. It had full signal, but nothing was coming. You do hear a Liberty boat in the background, and you hear a kid to my right, but it is the wonder of what we're going to talk about in the next park. When we get over to Hollywood Studios, got one or two more places here, but when we get over to Hollywood Studios, I want to talk about these noise-canceling microphones that can make your life so much easier. But got one or two more places that you can remote work on my way out of here, and then we're going to get headed back on the monorail, back in the car, and over to Hollywood Studios, because there's no easy way to get to Hollywood Studios by Disney Transit. So we might as well just take the truck. But I got one or two more places here we're going to explore. So next up, we've got a location that might not be the best for remote work right now, but this is right in the middle of Adventureland and Frontierland, and it's called Pecos Bill's. It is a burger restaurant, taco joint, but they do have plenty of seating when it's not in the middle of lunch rush hour. Yeah, so they have plenty of seating when it's not in the middle of lunch rush hour. And let's just see what the Wi-Fi's like here. I know they redid this pretty recently, so it should actually be pretty good. It's kind of, again, it's noon. It's 1 o'clock. It's actually exactly 1 o'clock. So now is a kind of a congested time here, but other times of the day, yeah, it's pretty acceptable. Again, right now, a bit harder to find a seat, but you know, if you do, no one's gonna kick you out for open up a laptop here, and you go right outside, and you'll see right outside, that is the old Splash Mountain, and behind it's Thunder Mountain. Really does not like the exposure out here. Old Splash Mountain behind it's Thunder Mountain, and right over here's Pirates of the Caribbean. So you know, if you want a quick place to stop and get some work done, that's a really good spot, other than like the busy lunch hour from like 11:30 till 2. Other than that, it's going to be very quiet in there, and there's a very, very good connection. Now, I have a fast pass for the Jingle Cruise. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I did it during the night yesterday, 2 days ago, and I want to do it during the day now. I've got a fast pass for the Jingle Cruise, and then we are going to jump on a monorail, jump in the car, and get headed over to Hollywood Studios. But you've seen a bunch of places that you can remote work here. Yes, they are mostly dining venues. Sounds strange, but there's a lot of quick service dining venues that you can duck in. No one's gonna mind if you open a laptop. Literally, every single place I've shown you, I've popped open a laptop pretty much right after I showed you, with the exception of one or two, because I was just moving between them. A lot of places in the Magic Kingdom, pretty much one quick service restaurant in each land, all having a good connection. And yeah, if you want to work on the people mover, you can. Elsewise, a lot of the lines have been updated and have some pretty high-end Wi-Fi in them. Unless I have something else to show you, maybe I'll show it in the front of the park. I'll see you over in Hollywood Studios.